Alright, welcome LEGO fans to a long-expected LEGO MOC review.
In your mind.
Well, it's been a long time since a MOC review, so it's been long expected.
Okay. I thought you meant the subject matter.
No, just the MOC matter. And today we have for you something that I would be willing to bet that 99% of you have no idea what it is.
Correct. Well, not of us, but of
Right.
the viewers.
Exactly. Well, if any of us didn't have any idea what it was, I'd say only 33%. That might be the only one. But you guys know about it too, at least in part. But of course
Wait,
I know
33%.
because I would know. Well, 33 and a 30%. Never mind.
Why don't you just do a third of 100?
33
Whatever,
and a
let's just
third is a third of 100.
Whatever.
Wow.
Theodore just working his mathematical skills. So anyway, it's just a medium-sized MOC. It's got quite a few minifigures, not that many functions, but I mostly worked on display in this one. Made a cabinet that I'm proud of, and a few other things. So you'll get
The
to
cabinet he shouldn't be too proud of because it doesn't move.
I don't have the pieces to make it move.
You don't need amazing special pieces, you just need basic pieces, and I guess you didn't think of that.
So as
You're not gonna even introduce
always,
us?
oh yes, these are our favorite guest stars, Andrew 1930
Hello?
and Fano the Second.
Yo.
You should know them by now, so I always forget to introduce them. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the minifigures. Since
I call Hornblower.
yeah, I'm gonna let you guys do the people that you know.
I'll do Matthews.
All right. Well, I'll definitely do these two since you guys don't know who they are, and you can do Mr. Simpson.
Mr. Simpson and Matthews.
Those are complete opposites.
Yeah, they are pretty much. So I'm gonna let Theodore start it. No.
No, because he has boring people. Well, they're... The way they're...
Mr. Simpson and
just-
Matthews aren't boring.
Well,
They're not actually boring. But...
No, I want you to start with
Okay.
Horatio since he's the main character.
Alright. This is Horatio Hornblower.
The main character.
Yes, and he goes from
Oh,
midshipman...
it's recognizing it as a face.
Eventually
Oh, yeah.
all the way up to admiral.
Yes. Admiral Hornblower in the
Which-
West Indies.
Is insane. So, Bilbo gave
Insane
him...
in a good way.
Yes. Bilbo gave him...
Frodo's hair.
A bird of hair.
He actually took it off of Frodo. I don't know where this face
I
came
believe it's Han Solo.
from.
Huh.
Okay, Han Solo face.
Now, wait, one thing I want to say. In making Hornblower, Pelu, and Simpson, I wanted to make sure that they could have these hats on.
Mm-hmm.
But, so in order to do that, I had to make sure they didn't have double-sided faces. So that was a bit of a challenge, and you'll get to see the hats on them later.
Alright. He also comes with a flintlock pistol.
Which is very hard to find because I only own 3 of them, and I had to find all 3 of them for this.
And then he has
What are the
some
others from?
Lego
front
Pirates.
torso printing and hardly any back printing. But he does have a little bit.
In this scene, they're both wearing white, like
Yes.
Mr. Simpson is, but I wanted to include that because this is
That's
actually
what he typically looks
right.
like.
And there's 2 different scenes in this
Although
mock.
He wears black, not blue, but
Well, I wanted to save
it's
that
the
for
closest that
Pelu.
you could get.
Actually, I used the same torso for both Bush and Pelu, so I didn't want to use it again.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would have loved for you to make a Styles.
I almost did.
Oh.
Styles, I love him. He's awesome. Although
Yeah.
I liked Finch too when he died.
Oh, Finch?
That was sad.
Was he
I-
the one that was on the gauntlet? He had to walk the gauntlet. and-
No, he was the one who...
the one who helped the guy who walked the gauntlet.
No, he was
Oh,
the
the
one who...
sick guy.
The sick guy.
Okay.
I liked him and he died. That was sad.
Oh, and a Kennedy. I would have really liked a Kennedy.
We're already.
Do you know who
critiquing you.
Kennedy is?
Yes, but you said you liked him, and you're acting as if he's dead.
I mean,
You've only
he
seen-
isn't dead.
Oh, okay, good.
He isn't dead.
Okay, well that's what you made it sound like.
No,
Alright.
he means he wanted one in this.
Yes,
But
I
oh,
would have liked
Continue.
a Kennedy
Oh.
in this mock.
Well, maybe another one. Huh? Do Matthews and Finch for you guys.
Yeah. Next you'll have to
Kennedy.
do 2
Style.
and 7.
What?
Next you'll have to do episodes 2 and 7, and then 3 and 5, and then
Oh,
3 and
I
6.
can do the scary
3 and 6 and
Irishman
then
from episode 7. There's a lot of scary Irish people in F7 and 8.
Okay.
And one of them is named John Hammond.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, continuing on because our viewers are now completely lost.
Probably. Andrew, go ahead and show Mr. Simpson.
Mr. Simpson, the main antagonist of the first episode.
Entitled
The Duel. Or, as it was in Britain, Hornblower in the Even Chance. Which I like better.
Yeah, when I watched it,
Wow.
the YouTube video, it was called Even Chance.
Makes more sense. It's more thought-provoking. And my favorite line of his is, "I'm going to kill you, Snotty." That's what he calls Horatio. He calls him Snotty.
Why snotty?
Because he thinks he's snotty. And that's Boromir's hair.
Maybe because he thinks he's snooty, so he just changed it to snotty.
Perhaps.
Which is essentially what snooty
That is a Nazi German's face.
Mr. Simpson is British, though. He isn't German.
And then
No,
Han
double-sided.
Solo, Desert Skiff, torso, and then just some plain white legs. It's hard to find white torsos. I'll go and show Lieutenant Bush. Now, Lieutenant is the same as Lieutenant. I don't know why they say it.
They spell it the same way, too.
Right. I mean, last time I checked.
Oh, Lieutenant is spelled the same way. I thought it was L-E-F-T.
Yeah, last time I checked, there's not an F in the word lieutenant, but that's how they pronounce it, and I think it sounds cool. So this is Lieutenant William Bush.
Lieutenant. No, you must say it with a British accent now. You must
Lieutenant William Bush.
There you go. That was much better.
And you don't get to meet him until episode 4, so neither Faye nor Andrew has met him yet. But he is a very cool character. He comes with... What's the proper term?
Cutlass.
Cutlass, thank you. I was just thinking about that last night, and I got it, and then I lost it overnight. And then he comes with another one of those cool flintlock pistols. Now, he does have a double-sided face, and that is another Han Solo face. That's when Han Solo wakes up from sleeping sickness.
You really like these Han Solo pieces, don't you?
They look good for these guys, because Han Solo usually looks serious. Well, except for...
Hang on, why did you want these guys to wear tri-cornered hats?
Because they were pretty much the only Sado-looking hats I had that didn't have a pirate symbol on them.
Yeah, except for this one, right?
And this one, you can't do one of the sailor hats on, obviously because of that, even though he does wear the hat a lot. He comes with Captain Brickbeard's torso. I just popped out the yellow hand and the hook piece and put in some flesh-colored hands. So there is Lieutenant William Bush, Horatio's good friend.
So should we have Bilbo, Andrew, or Amigo? I think I should go last because I have the next most interesting character.
I think he's got the coolest minifigure, so yeah, you should go last.
Mm-hmm.
So...
You have the most boring minifigure.
Okay. This is Mariah, and it's an interesting love story because Horatio does not want to marry her. He's not in love with her, but he just feels so sorry for her because she's so nice to him.
Okay, whatever.
It's very interesting. You have to see it or read it to know what I'm talking about.
For that French lady in the fourth episode, it certainly seemed much different.
Yeah, and then she ended up getting blown up on a bridge.
This is funny.
I hate to say it, but I was excited when that happened.
Okay.
That's mean.
Mariah is much more likable, I think.
Yes, I believe so.
Not that I don't like French people. In fact, I am French. So.
Oh yeah. Well.
I'm like 50% French Canadian, so I love French people, but yeah,
Me too,
I didn't really like that. And that part is not in the book.
Just not her in that episode.
Yeah, and she's not in the book. Mariah is. And something tells me she's gonna meet some unfortunate accident later on in the book series, but I could be wrong.
Oh, she probably will, and you'll be devastated.
Couldn't find the perfect torso. I couldn't find the perfect torso, but that is Marion from one of the Indiana Jones sets.
Mm-hmm.
And the face, Prince of Persia, I think.
Yeah, I don't know the princess's name.
And that's when she's angry because Horatio Hornblower has to go out to sea for like months or years and won't see her for that long. Alright, you get to show Matthews.
One of my favorite
Take
characters.
him out of the boat.
Yes.
I really like Matthews.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
You took out the seat too.
Yeah, that's definitely an accident on the privy.
Huh?
That's definitely a bad accident on the privy.
I don't think
Okay.
I've seen that one yet.
Here's
No.
Matthews.
That is something I made up.
Oh, okay.
That is Pippin's hair.
Pippin. And Gandalf's
Yes.
face.
Gandalf and Gandalf the White's torso as well. And
Gandalf Matthews.
See,
And you can
now,
give him his
you
angry
should've given
face.
This hair to Matthews.
His hair.
I know it isn't curly enough, but it doesn't work for Pelly.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
And then the torso piece.
Do you guys remember if he was in episode 1? I can't remember.
Who?
Matthews.
Yeah, he was.
He was in the duel?
He was.
Yeah,
Remember, he was part of the
French
crew that.
Yeah,
What's his
okay.
name right there?
He was part of the crew that Hornblower had to yell at because they were playing with the rats.
They weren't playing with the rats.
Oh.
They were
Betting with the rats.
and killing the rats.
That was really. That was
That
disgusting.
was, yeah, that was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Almost as disgusting as the maggoty bread in the second episode.
Oh yeah, that Palu had to.
Oh, you guys have got to see Master and Commander. It's really funny when they talk about the weevils in the bread.
Gosh.
Anyway, one more minifigure, and that is
Captain Pellew.
Captain Sir Edward Pellew.
Whatever. This is Pellew. This is an interesting hat because I have only seen this hat
With the pirate symbol
with
on
the
it.
pirate symbol on
Yeah.
it.
I think it came with a British officer in one of the pirate sets.
Okay. So you must have gotten a good pirate set then. Alright, so Captain Pellew has whose face?
It's an Endor rebel soldier.
Endor rebel soldier's face. He comes with a flintlock rifle and a cutlass, which is
And the epaulette.
sheathed.
Yes.
And he has golden epaulets.
Epaulets, whatever.
And he has the same.
The thing is, in French, the word for shoulder is l'épaule.
Okay, I
So-
understand now. Yes. His torso is the same as.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Bush.
Bush.
It's Brickbeard again.
And there's his back printing. And he has boring black.
Oh gosh.
Right, so now it's time to actually look at the actual set.
Yeah.
So this is pretty inaccurate, but I just wanted to make it a little more interesting.
Pretty is a.
But the duel
Very.
takes place on a gravel beach, and they're going to get to the beach, once again inaccurately by Matthews rowing them to shore.
With this.
Yeah, they go separately.
Yes, that's how it is. That's how it was with the duels back then.
Yep, you
Yes.
would go separately or not at all.
There's a British flag on there, of course. It's not actually a British flag, but that's what
He says it's a British flag, just believe him.
We got 3 seats in here, and of course Matthews has the oars, so he can row it to
Wait,
the
if
shore.
there's 3 seats, why did you put one of the seats in the other oar position?
It's limited space in these tiny little boats, okay? It's a mock. I'm not an expert Lego designer.
No, really.
I could have had some things to say about your Radagast garden, but I restrained myself. And there's also a map in here. They're not looking for treasure, even though there's a big red X on there. It's just a makeshift map, and it has the sea on there and some islands, so it looks good, except for the big red X. And then there is a box with some tasty salted fish in there.
How do you know it's salted? They could just have no salt on it at all.
Preserved.
Right, they had to preserve the food, unless it's freshly caught.
Ah.
Then it wouldn't be salted.
Then
And actually, then it would
they're
be.
alive.
No, but, well, not necessarily. But then they still would be salted because they would have just come out of the ocean.
Ah.
So in any case, they're
They're
salted
always
fish.
salted.
Oh, what is this? This cancel button. Are we still recording? Okay, good. We are. Right. So here is the island itself. A little more sandy than it is in the movie, but I wanted to
A
use this
lot.
big sand piece from Loot Island that is one big base plate. We have a little bit of the ocean here, so you could put the boat there as long as you move the fish or the shark fin. No, it'd be easier to take the shark fin out. And they don't mean any sharks, unfortunately. It's just
There's no
hypothetical.
sharks in the entire series.
Well, I don't know about in the books, because I haven't read the entire book series.
Yes,
but I would assume probably not, because it's not about.
So does Master and Commander have to do with Horatio Hornblower?
It's a very similar storyline.
But does it have Horatio in it at all?
No.
No, it has Russell Crowe.
Oh, who's
And
that?
awesome classical music.
Awesome classical music.
We also have a nice dock here with the British colors, red and blue. There should be white in there too, though, shouldn't there? But then it would look like an American flag.
Just as long as you don't put it in. I forget which one it is.
We don't put it in the middle.
Yeah, don't put it in the middle. Otherwise.
Well, I think red and blue without the white makes it look a little more British. So.
Yeah.
And I don't think I actually have a white flag anywhere.
I don't.
And that would look
I
like
don't think
the
I've
peace
ever
symbol.
seen a white one.
We also have a
No,
cannon
that looks
here.
like the We Surrender symbol.
Yes.
What?
The peace.
No.
Oh yeah, it is.
No, see, because if you put the white in there, then it's French.
No. No, they're
Red, white, and blue.
no, it's orange, I think.
The French have red, white, and blue.
No, I think you're wrong. We'll look it up later.
Dude,
Don't listen
the
to
French
Anna.
flag, it's red, white, and blue.
Look it up. Look it up on your phone.
Actually,
I don't
if you
have
put
it
it
with me.
vertically
Oh.
like this, then it would be Russian.
Okay,
but-
we'll get into this political debate later. Fair enough. Now in the water, we do have a nice jumping fish coming out of the water, and then the shark fin, of course. That is one big shark, but it's the only piece that looks like a
It's
shark.
Jaws!
It's Jaws. Jaws meets Horatio Hornblower.
If they were about to
Horatio
shoot
Hornblower
each other
died.
and then a
A
shark
big
just
shark.
came out of the water and
And
ate.
Mr. Simpson.
Yeah.
Or Horatio, and the series would be over.
It's like Horatio, and it's like, oh, that was a terrible series.
Now we have a huge box of ammo here. Got all kinds of rocks and stuff in here. There's probably like 10 or 12
And this
rocks
is for this.
for the cannon. And these fire pretty far. I do want to try and show you that.
Where's that from?
Lego Pirates. A lot of the stuff is from Lego Pirates. Well, you couldn't really tell, but if
That was a direct hit.
yeah, I think you hit my camera lens. You're
Really hard, too.
yeah,
I hope
you're
it
lucky it
didn't
didn't
damage
crack, because then you would have to pay for it. And I don't know if you can actually replace the lens. I think you have to buy me a new camera.
Ooh.
And that was pretty
I didn't
expensive,
break
I know. So anyway, we have the cannon, and one thing I did include, I don't know if they had contraptions like this, but I thought it was a nice play
Well-
feature. You can take the cannon off, and of course that does swivel, but take it off at the red carriage, leave the beige pieces there. And this is from Dolgulder Ambush, I believe. You can just attach this on one of the jumper plates, and then you can easily move the cannon.
Yeah, see, what they would do, though, is they would have that as the cannon. The cannon was on those wheels.
Right.
But,
I want to.
so
include
it would
you could
either
swivel
be located or it would be on wheels.
it. Right. And the dock is a little slanted, of course, but whatever. Now for the actual islands, we have some boulders from the dump truck, the Lego dump truck set.
They're from all over the place.
Well, actually, I don't have. These are the only two I have.
I mean, yeah, they're rare, but that they're from several sets. So
Right.
you can't just say they're from this set.
And we have some more British colors. We also have a stand here where you can put their hats and one of the flintlock rifles. And I do want to show some of the minifigures with the hats on. I think they look like sailors' hats. They might be better for like Styles or someone like that. But
Yeah, because these guys are actually not supposed to wear this type of hat, apparently. They wear similar to the captain's hat, just less ornate
right.
in the movies and stuff. So.
And then there's a rock structure here so that Captain Pellew can get the high ground because Simpson shoots Horatio before he's supposed to, which means that since Horatio was only shot in the arm and is not dead, he can fire at Simpson at point blank range. But of course, Horatio, being the good man that he is, does not do that.
Or being the coward that he is.
Oh, but then he does make a smart comment and says, "You're not worth the powder." Of course, that makes Simpson very angry. He grabs a knife from one of the bystanders and is right about to stab Horatio when Captain Pellew from the elevated rock structure shoots Mr. Simpson.
I like how Horatio is in the way.
Oh, wow.
It's like, boom!
No, Captain Pellew's got to go.
Parkouring, Captain Bell.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
So,
you
and
can't do backflips in Minecraft though.
And I love the way that Mr. Simpson falls over. He just like falls over and he like points at Horatio like this is all your fault, even though it's totally his fault. So I did give him the knife. There should be a bunch of bystanders actually, but you can make Matthews the bystander.
Like this guy.
I don't think he was actually
And this
there.
guy who was never there.
Yes, he wasn't.
And this girl who was like way far away.
Yeah, a few thousand miles away or something.
Yeah.
There's a chest here where you can put the guns because they are proffered from a chest. And they could have done a sword battle. It would have been easier for me if they had finding some swords.
How does this get placed?
Diagonally.
Oh, okay,
Like that.
diagonally.
And you can take this piece out. It's not connected by anything. So you can make it easier to reenact the duel.
Slightly easier.
Slightly easier. It is. You might want to expand upon that. Or I should, but
Yes, you
then it wouldn't fit on the sand.
I just think about
And-
it. The new Lego theme, Horatio.
Hornblower. That would be totally awesome. And the biggest set would
And
be the
Bilbo
indefatigable
included
itself.
a very important feature.
Oh,
for Mr.
yes.
Simpson.
You can put some blood on him when he gets shot.
Wow, that's
That's
really
a lot of
gushing.
blood.
That's really, really gushing there.
Is
Actually-
this PG-13 anymore?
No, it just went up to R.
Oh no.
God.
It was PG, now it's PG-13.
No,
No, it's not.
not at all. Nowhere close.
So here is part 2 of the set. It's a lot smaller. Everyone is there except Mr. Simpson, who of course has been dead for 7 or 8 episodes.
But we'll bring his dead corpse anyway.
That's nasty.
I will get along.
The ghost of Mr. Simpson standing on their wedding cake.
Oh god. No. And then he cuts it with something really big and
No,
it
he
goes-
cuts it. He cuts it with his sword, which he's not happy about.
In the
yeah.
Apparently,
can't blame
it's
him.
apparently it's a tradition for sailors to cut the wedding cake with their swords.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to.
Right, because and then in the book, and it doesn't say this in the movie, but in the book it says he wondered what would happen. What would have happened if the guests knew that he once wiped blood off of this very sword?
That's the whole point of that sword.
Exactly, it's kind of nasty when you think about it. I hope he washed it good.
Well, yeah, you're forced.
Well,
to
I think
defend it.
Horatio Hornblower is one to clean his sword very nicely.
Oh yes.
Yes, I would think so too. But of course, Captain Pellew proposes a toast, which has been memorized long before because they use that at every single naval wedding. At least that's how it is in the book. Actually, it's not Captain Pellew in the book, which makes me sad. Captain Pellew's hardly in the books. So is Matthews. So anyway, enough for the actual story. Just make sure you either watch it or read it because it's amazing. We have three.
Wow.
We have 3 small structures. We have a cabinet, and that is made with a brick with a hole, a Technic pin with a stud, and then of course a golden
Comment
knob.
on his channel and tell him how to make it so that a drawer slides out. Because it is.
Even though
It's
no
a
one
good
com-
first attempt, right?
Even though no one comments on his channel, or
The rest
he
of
They
might-
do.
Yeah, they actually comment on his channel more than mine,
There we go.
and I have more than 4 times the subscribers.
There we go. And then
I have more than
my
4.
channel's been called a hidden gem by some people.
But
my
that
gosh,
one,
you're
that
never gonna
person,
lie.
that person whom said it was a hidden gem also subscribed to me as well.
We have a seat here, and there's supposed to be some flowers here. I don't know. Yeah, they must have
There's
fallen out
flowers
in the box.
right there.
Yeah, I know, but there's supposed to be another one here.
Well, you failed.
It probably fell in the
You
box.
failed
and
in
I
your
just didn't see it.
endeavor. Just admit it.
So there's part 1. Here is the table. We have a huge cake. We have some wine glasses with wine in them, as you can see. And some plates with food. And then the final one is the drink station. And this, of course, is taken from Barrel Escape, and the wine glasses are as well. An extra bottle that has already been drained, probably by... Sorry, no. No, Horatio doesn't like to drink wine a whole lot.
Really?
So I'd be willing to bet that it was either Styles or Matthews.
Ah,
Probably Styles.
Probably
though.
Styles.
yeah, Styles.
And then we have a lantern here in case it gets dark, and a bucket.
A bucket.
Probably with some water in case people get really drunk.
Really?
Yes. Or in case anyone needs to be washed off because they fall in the cake or something.
Or because somebody got really angry.
Why would?
Not particularly him. Maybe like him.
No. Oh, there's this really funny scene because Mariah's
Oh, you're
mother.
really in the.
No, this
viewers
is
are
really
just
funny.
loving you right now.
Horatio's mother-in-law is really mean and annoying, and she corners Bush at the wedding, and she's talking his ear off.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I included the cabinet, because he's like backing away from her as slowly as he can, because he's and the face there is perfect for that scene.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
But that scene's really funny when you guys get to it. So that is my Horatio Hornblower
You
mom.
didn't even tell us what happened in the scene. Oh well.
Yeah, you didn't even tell
You
us.
can tell us afterwards.
So that is at least my first Horatio Hornblower mock. I would love to make the Indefatigable. That would be amazing. But I just
You
have
need
no
like
idea how I do
The
it.
Curse of the Black Pearl is sort of the same way.
Or pirate ship ambush. I'd really have to get white sails though.
Or
change
the
it.
Oh, you really have
or
to
Queen
mod
Anne's
that shit.
Revenge. I really, if I could have a free Lego set, I would probably be except for the Death Star and all the other
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm like.
I would.
You know.
If I could have
If
one
no other
Pirates,
reason, you could sell it for $400.
if I could have any Pirates of the Caribbean
Okay,
set, it would most
yes.
likely be Queen Anne's Revenge because it comes, or the Davy Jones one because that comes with Davy Jones and a lot of other cool minifigures.
So if you like this set, put in a good word for me on Lego Ideas. That's what Kuzo has been changed to.
Oh, it has?
Yeah, they changed the name.
Oh.
Or if you meet a Lego employee.
So the URL is not-
If you meet a Lego employee, tell them Bill Berkowitz has a great idea for a new Lego thing. Lego Horatio Hornblower.
But no one
Not
would
one
buy
knows
it because
that.
no one knows what it is.
We would be the only ones to buy it though.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, there'd be other people.
You know, if your viewers really like this, then what they might do is they just might find the series, the movies. And
Yeah.
they
Oh,
might
not the
watch those.
not the movie, the old movie. Check out the A&E series.
Movies, the series. You must watch the series.
Yes, it's 8 episodes. It does not nearly go all the way through the book series, but it goes through book 3 of 11.
Wow.
But there's 8 episodes. That
So,
are about-
book one, the duel only goes through chapter 1.
of book 1, yeah.
So it's like chapter 1 is Horatio
No.
almost gets shot by Mr. Well, he does get shot by Mr. Simpson.
Let me guess. It's volume 1 of the first book.
No, it's 1 chapter.
Wow.
How
Those
long
are-
is
oh,
that
and
one
chapters.
chapter?
It's like 40 pages.
Those
Oh
are
wow,
long
that happens
chapters.
quick then. All the events in the duel happen quick.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing, in the book, Mr. Simpson doesn't die.
Well, you told us that.
I don't think I told the viewers though.
Oh well.
And I love
continuing on.
that.
Yeah.
That means that maybe the book series will come back.
Maybe he will kill
He'll be
Horatio and his wife.
He'll be an admiral. Admiral Simpson.
Wait, no, because there's only one admiral. There can only be one admiral at a time.
Well, he'll be.
Oh, there can be only one admiral? From what? For like
For each navy, there can only be one admiral.
Captain
Oh.
Sir Simpson.
captains.
I think his first name is Jack.
Yeah.
Captain Sir
Jack
Jack
Simpson.
Simpson.
And that's the same. That it's like Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack.
Except I like
Simpson.
Jack Simpson better.
You like Simpson better than Captain Jack Sparrow.
He's a more
Yeah.
interesting character. Thanks for tuning in to our latest Lego mock review. Hopefully there'll be many more to come. Maybe some more Horatio Hornblower videos. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'm going to kill you, Salty. Just like I killed Clayton and Kennedy.